beyond the boundaries of reality, where imagination weaves dreams into existence. Welcome to Storylight. In the quaint mountain village of Eldervale, life revolved around a mysterious artifact known as the Loom of Eternity. The loom, a massive weaving contraption made of gold and silver threads, created a tapestry said to hold the destiny of the village and its people. One evening, as the village celebrated the harvest, a strange phenomenon occurred. The tapestry began to unravel. Threads of light dimmed and fell away, leaving dark gaps that spread like ink blots. Lena, a 19-year-old apprentice to the village weaver, was the first to notice. "Something's wrong," she told her mentor, Rylan. But Rylan could only shake his head. "The loom's magic is ancient. If it fails, so does Eldervale." Determined to save her home, Lena decided to investigate the loom herself. That night, Lena crept into the loom's chamber, a grand hall adorned with glowing threads that pulsed like veins. As she examined the unraveling tapestry, a voice called out, "Why have you come, child?" Quote. Lena turned to see a figure emerging from the shadows. A man cloaked in black, his eyes gleaming with an unnatural light. "I want to fix the loom," Lena said. "It's failing." The man's smile was both kind and unsettling. "Not failing. Changing. The loom reflects the heart of the village. Perhaps the darkness lies within its people." Before Lena could respond, the man dissolved into mist, leaving behind a single black thread. Hesitantly, Lena pocketed it. Over the next few days, the village grew tense. Crops withered, rivers ran dry, and tempers flared. Neighbors who once shared meals now argued over scraps. Lena noticed that the gaps in the tapestry corresponded to these events. She realized that the darkness in the loom mirrored the growing discord in the village. Determined to restore harmony, Lena began to piece together the tapestry's history. She learned from the elders that the loom had once been protected by the Shadow Weaver, a guardian who balanced the light and dark threads. "The Shadow Weaver vanished centuries ago," one elder said. "Without them, the loom can't sustain itself." Lena's mind raced. The figure in black, could he have been the Shadow Weaver? Lena decided to follow the trail of the black thread, which seemed to hum faintly in her hand. It led her to an ancient cavern hidden deep within the forest. Inside, the air was thick with magic, and walls shimmered with fading glyphs. At the cavern's heart stood the Shadow Weaver, his form flickering like a dying flame. "You shouldn't have come," he said. "I had to," Lena replied. "The loom is failing. Eldervale is falling apart." The Shadow Weaver sighed. "The balance was lost long ago when the village cast me out. They feared the shadows I wove into the tapestry, not understanding they were necessary." He gestured to the fading glyphs. "Now, the loom unravels because there is no balance. Only you can restore it." The Shadow Weaver revealed the truth. To save the loom, someone must become its new guardian. The role required weaving not just light, but the shadows, the fears, doubts, and struggles of the village into the tapestry. "It's a burden few can bear," he warned. Lena hesitated. Becoming the new Shadow Weaver meant leaving her life behind, becoming one with the loom. But as she thought of her family, her friends, and the village she loved, her resolve hardened. "I'll do it," she said. The Shadow Weaver placed a hand on her shoulder, his form fading further. "Then take my place, and may you weave wisely." The moment Lena touched the loom, it came alive. Threads of light and shadow surged around her, filling the gaps in the tapestry. She felt the weight of the village's collective hopes and fears, its joys and sorrows. But she also felt its strength, its resilience. As dawn broke, the village awoke to find the tapestry whole once more. Crops began to bloom, rivers flowed again, and a sense of peace returned. The villagers marveled at the restored loom, unaware of Lena's sacrifice. She had become the unseen guardian, her presence woven into the threads of destiny itself. Though she was no longer among them, Lena watched over Eldervale, her love for the village glowing in every thread she wove. The story ends here, but countless others await in the vast expanse of imagination. Subscribe to Storylight for more journeys into the unknown. See you on the next adventure.